We'll see. Actually, I think we're all inventing it as we go, but I think content and services will be much more open. They'll be free at the point of use, and we'll figure out innovative ways to monetize that. That'll be an interesting challenge for everybody. I think universities and researchers will continue to be close partners for publishers, and we need to find ways of building bridges and if necessary, regaining trust and rebuilding those relationships. And then technology will continue to advance and change. And again, it's an opportunity, not a threat.
I think one of the biggest impacts coming into play in academia in particular is online education. So it is important to understand that the way you think about scholarly publishing in a higher education setting is no longer going to be confined to campus borders. We're talking about global users from every different country in the world of all different contexts. And the impact of that we don't know yet, but we're only starting to understand how to ask the right questions.
There's really been so much innovation in author and researcher services lately, and it's, I guess, hard to tell if that's going to continue at the same pace, but it's brought a whole new group of people into the scholarly publishing world. It's actually been really, I would say, a little uncanny that people have preferences about which reference manager they think is best, and yet at the same time they're really enthusiastic about it. And it seems like there's just a great opportunity here for publishers and the industry in general to figure out what is it that we can do to continue engaging people and make them really excited about the work that they're doing in scholarly publishing. I think the publishers that are able to capitalize on that will have a real strategic investment.
The scholarly publishing industry is evolving rapidly, and I think it will continue to evolve to meet the needs of scholars. What I see happening now, and I think will continue over the next several years, is increasing engagement with scholars from the point of creation, from the beginning of the research cycle. Relationships have always been important in publishing, and particularly in scholarly publishing, but I think they're especially important right now because the scholars are changing their expectations as rapidly as publishing is evolving, and so there needs to be a constant dialogue to keep pace and to be able to understand what scholars need.
I tell you, it's a good question. You know, if you asked 5 years ago what we were going to do, no one would have ever thought about mobile and apps and smartphones. So, you know, it's really a hard question. You know, it's hard to say what's going to happen in the next 5 years. I think what we just got to do is be open, because it's probably going to be totally different from what we think it's going to be.